Okay, now we're going to do the experiment of what the temperatures are like with and without the windows down. So first vehicle will be 1985 Toyota Land Cruiser. The second one will be a Nissan 350Z. An EA Fairmont gear. So let's start with it first, I guess, and we'll take the inside temperature. Okay, so just quickly, inside of the Ford Fairmont, 31.9 degrees centigrade, and on the phone it's 32 at 66% humidity. There you go. So what we're going to do now is roll the windows down. Wait about half an hour and see what happens temperature wise. Okay, same again with the, just to prove it here, the Nissan. See, settling to around about the same. It's about 34 degrees, 62% humidity, 34.8, actually 35 according to the fluke. And still climbing. Well, I'm just going to drop the windows down. I can tell you, the one on the right is saying 33 degrees, and on the left the fluke is 34.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, still climbing. Okay, so they're both about 34 at the moment. And it's, I was going to do this at midday and now it's past 3 o'clock and there is a storm, very nasty storm predicted. Let's try and do this quickly. There you go. That's the temperature in there now. 36.4 degrees centigrade. This one's still measuring. But anyway, it's 36 and 62% humidity. So without power windows in this one, And to just drop the window down manually, again about the same amount. That's probably about right. And we'll go over to the other one and do the same. I'll take these with us actually. And again, I'm only, in all cars, only doing the front windows because generally speaking that's what, oh no, it's locked. Generally speaking that's what we tend to do, unless there's a few of us there. So just the same one again here. Sorry for the poor camera work, it's pretty hard on your own. And drop him down by about the same. So, you see? Okay, next vehicle, lucky last. There's a Ford Laser to do now. And there's a storm, you see. So, the humidity's right up there. There's storm cover around. So, one more hand, you know, and I'd be right. Just one more pair of hands. They've been sitting out in the sun for a couple of hours anyway, although it's now starting to defeat the purpose because it's clouding over a bit. Right, she's pretty warm in here. Let's see if we can get a reading through the window there. See, the moment I opened the door, the now cooler air went inside. Wanted to do this right in the dead of day. But anyway, oh sorry. Okay, so very fast climbing back up to 35.6. The one on the right I think is useless. So we're at 36 degrees now. Okay, definitely the Ford Laser is coming up the hottest of all. At 39.5. The other app is absolutely useless. There you go. So it's just hit the 40-degree mark in there. This is pretty warm. Obviously this experiment, it won't be perfect as I'd hoped for because well, there's a wind about now. 40.9 is pretty stable. 41. Ooh. And the wind will obviously carry away the hot air. The whole idea of the experiment was to be a pretty stagnant day and just to see if it helps, but clearly it's hot in here, it will be not quite the same. Okay, we're back outside now, and currently outside in the sun it's 31.6, stabilising, and it's been a good half hour, so the windows are still down in the Fairmont here. When it stabilises. So 36.6 inside the Fairmont. Let's crunch the numbers on that one when we finish the video. Okay, now to the Nissan. That work? Yep. And let's quickly pop these in here. Very dirty cars too, by the way. Oh great. So I'm not sure if the dirt's helping to keep the temperature down or up. Anyway, Android apps, Lovely, aren't they? Put this back in where he was before, the fluke, and see what he goes to. See, clearly once I shut the door again, those brief few seconds, it's getting hotter. It's interesting. Wasn't expecting that. I'll give it a few more moments to stabilise. Definitely feels a bit cooler outside. Storm's still approaching. May go around us though. We give it a minute to stabilise. Well, it's a tricky one. It's slowed down, but kind of stabilised about the 36.5, but it's going up again. It's been probably 2 minutes since I put it in there, so possibly, if I was to have a guess, I'd say because the windows are down here. Where are they? Oh, there. Because the windows are down, possibly it's air currents inside, given that it's quite windy here, which again is not how I wanted the experiment to go, but in itself I suppose it's interesting. Pretty safe to assume that 37 degrees is about what it is with the windows down in the car, so let's compare those numbers at the end. And that's dropped slow. About 37. Okay, next car. By the way, just to show you, as soon as I open the door, it starts dropping. That's in the Nissan. So basically, I'll keep doing what I've always done. It's like, if it's a really hot day, I'll just open the doors for a minute before I get in. You can see it's dropping there. Quite a bit, isn't it? Okay. Alright, on to the Land Cruiser. We're doing it in sequence. Then I have a lot of cars to put away out of the potential hailstorm that's coming. Okay, Land Cruiser. It's about 28.5 outside at the moment, which is a big drop since half an hour ago. Right, let's keep our eye on it. Let's move it a bit closer if we can. There's a change. Whoa, close the door again. You see it's still in the situation with the front windows open. Need a polarising filter, don't I? There she goes. Once the door's closed for a few seconds. Quite interesting. Okay, again we'll pause, give it a minute or two to try and stabilise. Like I say, it is pretty windy out here now. Anyway, back in a second. Okay, the storm's not too far away, if it comes in. So, it's been a minute or two and it's pretty well stabilised in the Land Cruiser at around 35.2 degrees centigrade or Celsius. Just for an example, I'll open the door and you watch how wildly it will swing if it's like anything else. Now, door's wide open. Okay, door open. Interesting to calculate what this all means, but didn't quite go as planned. I may have to do another one on what was a still day, but Tomorrow is supposed to be a heat wave here in Brisbane, so that'll be lovely and easily past the 40-degree mark. So yeah, that's dropped with the door, one door open. So with two open, I imagine that would drop a fair bit more. Let's just put it over there and see. Come around here. Okay, two doors open now. It's getting a cross flow of the wind and dropping, of course. I suppose it would drop to ambient temperature. Yeah, stabilise about 31.1. And what is it outside then? Oh no. Let's have a look outside here, because there is cloud now. It's pretty well run, the whole experiment. What is it outside? Yep. So clearly still warmer inside the vehicle, of course. Okay. Alright, one last vehicle to do, and that's the little Ford Laser. Let's go do it and then put some cars away. It's pretty black looking over towards Ipswich there. To the experiment. Okay, we've got 29 point that outside. Oh shit, I locked the door. That's silly of me. Why do I do that in this car? Joking, of course. Stand by. Alright, problem solved. And into the Ford Laser we go. There's your temperature. Let's have a spy of that. Oh shit. Keys and everything. The door is shut again. So we give it a minute to stabilise, be as scientific as we can, and draw some conclusion. Okay, a couple of minutes later, and it's pretty well stabilised. So it's about what we have with the door shut on the Ford Laser. Definitely climb back up once we shut the doors. Okay. Whew. Let's crunch some numbers on all this after the storm. Which is still out there. Well, just opened the door here in the Laser, by the way. Look at the drop. That's really fast. Yeah. Boy. Actually, just standing next to the door jamb here, I can feel a bit of a rush of warm air in my face, so yeah. I guess the alternative to air conditioning is drive with your doors open. It's really dropping. Okay. Well, I guess it'll keep dropping to ambient temperature, as you would think. Okay.